PvP showcase will start in 1 minute and 50 seconds. Okay, so this is it. It is here. I think it's like I need something spookier for this. Let's do no, that's too spooky. Yeah, that works. Here we go. Small percentage of individuals may experience epileptic seizures when exposed to certain light patterns. Okay, so epilepsy warning.
Hello and welcome to the Back 4 Blood PvP Showcase. If you don't already know, Back 4 Blood is an upcoming 4-player co-op zombie shooter made by the creators of Left 4 Dead. Today we're diving deeper into the new PvP
Quality
mode
seems
called
kinda low.
Swarm, how it works,
Really?
and what you'll be doing. Maybe even a little bit of strategy. We'll also talk with Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back 4 Blood, Brandon Yanez, to help piece it all together. Before we get there though, let's start off with the reveal of a brand new PvP trailer and see what it's like in action.
Yeah, this is gonna be just like Left 4 Dead Versus.
That's one down. When I was young, I climbed up too high just to touch the sun.
Why is it counting up?
My mission, no prescription, shoot for number 1. Start a riot, won't keep quiet. I'm surrounded. Heart is pumping, keep it coming. Better run it high.
This is what happens when you don't stick together.
I was born for this.
Oh, it's counting up for the time to beat for the other team to switch over. See if they can do better.
Hit the gas and go. Now
Oh, that looks satisfying to play.
I'ma take what's mine. Heart is pumping.
Bless me. I think it's interesting. This is the opposite of Dead by Daylight, where the quote killers are in third person and the quote survivors are in first person.
Here they come!
That looked intense. So there you have it, guys. Back 4 Blood's PvP mode Swarm. To hear more about it and to take a deep dive into the gameplay and the mechanics, we have Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back 4 Blood, Brandon Yanez. Brandon, can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration of this new PvP mode and what makes it fun and unique?
Of course, so just like our previous titles, we really enjoy bringing new ideas to the table while retaining the spirit of the genre that we're working in. So Back 4 Blood's PvP is heavily inspired by our previous titles that mix survival, fast action, massive monsters.
Oh,
and
Zetson, I don't know if you're still here,
is
but
to
Nightbot can
balance
also
the
make
fun
polls.
PvP
I just
mode
found
just
out.
as much replayability as
I was
the
looking back into Nightbot,
So
thinking I
what's the
might use it
structure of
again.
the PvP like? Do you play in rounds? Can you play as both cleaners and ridden?
I
in
didn't think
one
it could.
match,
I think it's a
or
new feature they're
swap
putting in,
between the
or
two?
Yeah,
just
so
put in.
it's played as a best of 3 match. Teams of 4 take turns swapping.
Nightbot can set up polls. I was looking up the Nightbot, see if I could maybe implement it again, because I used to have it. I was curious if they could set up polls, and actually I can. Yeah. I didn't know that. I think it's a focus a lot of bots are trying to put in now. Makes sense. It's a new Twitch feature.
Using mutation upgrades and by coordinating attacks with other AIs and players. As the round progresses, the swarm moves in, so this increases the size of the ridden attacks and shrinks the playable space, sometimes forcing the cleaners out of their favorable positions. Right?
Cleaners,
So
okay,
when a
not
cleaner team
survivors.
is wiped from the field, the points are scored for how long they survive. Then both teams swap, and then they go at it from the other side. The team that runs the clock the longest as the cleaners is the winner.
Now, I understand you can play as all the different cleaners in both co-op and PvP. Do you have a favorite character that you play as?
So I have a couple. I play Mom a lot. She's a badass with a sawed-off shotgun. She adds a lot of survivability to the team. She can also instantly help teammates that have fallen during battle.
Momo, what's
All
your
of our
character?
cleaners have special perks, so that one is hers.
Let's jump into another trailer that goes a little more in depth on the Ridden's progression through PvP. Check
So
it
I
out.
saw that. Oh yeah, I think all bots do that. I know Moobot does that. I can set different commands that can only be done with mods, subs, VIPs, etc. Yeah. Yeah, I do have that for Moobot because only moderators can do the fart command. What?
Didn't know I was mod for the only one who can start.
Mom is the new Bill. Nice. Yeah.
Okay, so Brandon, we just saw that each different Ridden has their own variants as well as their own mutations on each variant. So can you expand a little more on these special abilities and how they work?
Sure. So at the start of each round, players can choose between 9 playable Ridden, each with their own unique abilities.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
for example, the Stalker can pounce a player and pull them away from their team, or an Exploder can time their detonation in the middle of a group of cleaners and fling them all in separate directions.
Now, knowing that each Ridden has these different abilities, how do they change and improve throughout a match and improve the Ridden's chance of winning?
So as the Ridden battle against the cleaners, they gain points. They can spend these points on team-wide upgrades called mutations. Mutations upgrade and improve a lot of different things on the Ridden side, from adding effects to their abilities. They might buff the common AI waves in size and strength. So the really cool thing is so they affect the whole team, and they persist between rounds. So as a Ridden team starts to coordinate their upgrades, things can get pretty wild.
What are some strategies that the Ridden team can take on in order to get a leg up on the competition?
If the cleaners are really sticking together, you can swap to the Wretch and vomit on their location. That's going to cause them to spread out, right? This is going to open up a whole bunch of opportunities for your other Ridden players to attack, right? So if you get them to spread out and there's a Stalker nearby, Stalker uses the Chaos to grab one of the cleaners and drag them off into the swarm. The Wretch's vomit also slows their victims, so if a tall boy who's naturally pretty slow can attack one of those slowed characters, they're going to really be able to pummel them. Another good one is if an Exploder waits for a cleaner to go revive their friend, they can use that as an opportunity to charge in and detonate on them, sending
Just for the name. All of these kind of sound like it sounds like what I would name them if I just looked at them really quick. You're like, oh look, it's a tall boy.
It's pretty easy to pick up and play, and I have a lot of fun hitting cleaners across the map.
speaking of fun, let's talk about weapons. Now,
Call
throughout the
animals.
trailers, you can see a number of different weapons. Can you go a little deeper
Like,
into
you'd be
what
like,
those
"That's
weapons are
Stinky
and how
Boy."
they work?
Stinky Boy, right?
I
Yeah.
really wanted to
Oh, you see,
expand
like,
on the
one
amount of
giant
choices
dog,
the
like,
player
"You're the
had
tall
in
boy."
Back 4
Right,
Blood.
yeah, exactly.
So of course there's
Dog
handguns,
nicknames.
shotguns, LMGs, SMGs, sniper rifles, and a whole bunch of other types of weapons, each with sort of like a unique character feel to them.
Now,
You
how
heated up
deep
my
does
food?
this
Thank you
weapon
for heating up my
customization
food.
go? I really want to know. What are some of the different
Yeah,
attachments?
that's a lot better if you do that
How
with
do they change the gameplay
TTS.
overall?
Absolutely. So there's a
It sounds
lot of
very
different
fun.
customization options for your weapons. So throughout the world, you can find scopes,
But you need to, you know,
silencers,
donate money
stocks,
to do that,
sights,
and-
all that good
Yeah, I
stuff.
get it.
You can mix and match them. So there's a ton of options.
Last question. Do you have a favorite type of weapon?
Absolutely. So as I said earlier, I really enjoy playing Mom, so her shotgun is definitely at the top of my list.
Ah, that's a solid
It does look like a
choice.
fun gun to play
All right,
with.
we've learned a little bit about how it all works, the cleaners, the ridden, the mutations, as well as how the customization works for the weapons. Thank you so much for joining me, Brandon, and for giving us a little bit more detail on Back 4 Blood's new PvP mode, Swarm.
Thanks for having me. I can't wait for everyone to get their hands on this game. We're all really excited.
I can't wait either. The good news is that you guys won't have to wait too long. There's an open beta coming up on August 12th with an early access portion on August
Okay.
5th available to those who pre-order. That's all for today, but Back 4 Blood still has a lot more to reveal in the coming months, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Funny. All right, that's it. It's over. Okay, that's your Back 4 Blood 1, and then we have to wait like what now 20 minutes for Gotta wait 20 minutes for PC Gaming Showcase.